Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear Nazreen, I am thrilled to introduce you to a transformative 3-day practice, one that carries countless hidden blessings. While its benefits are many, 3 stand out above all. Wealth. This practice invites prosperity into your home, filling it with abundance as if treasures themselves have found a place within your walls. Prepare to experience its magic. Health second. Any illness is cured by the blessings of this practice. Allah grants good health to everyone in the household. Even if just one person in the house performs this practice, the destiny of every member is transformed and their fate is set right. Business blessings. Third, there is a tremendous increase in blessings upon one's business and commercial affairs. Now, since this practice lasts only 3 days, and if within these 3 days you gain all 3 benefits through this single practice, I urge you never to abandon it. Try it just once in your life. This practice is specifically for obtaining these 3 benefits, and you must recite it in the exact manner explained in the video. Included in this practice is a special supplication, a dua, which when recited does not cancel any other supplication. Whoever utters its words, whatever they request, Allah will surely grant it. Beginning with Surah Al-Kawthar first, recite Surah Al-Kawthar with its opening verse. For indeed, without any doubt, we have granted you Al-Kawthar. So offer prayer to your Lord and perform sacrifice. Indeed, your enemy is the one who is cut off. Dear Nazarene, it is narrated in Musnad Ahmad that there is a canal sweeter than honey and whiter than milk. Upon it, the Messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, once had his face illuminated. He then raised his head and smiled. Then either the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, himself said, or in response to people asking why the noble Prophet smiled, he replied, "A surah has descended upon me at this very moment." Subsequently, after you recite Bismillahir-Rahman-Ir-Rahim, recite the entire Surah Al-Kawthar. He then said, "Do you know what Al-Kawthar is?" The people replied, "Allah and His Messenger know best." He then explained, "It is a canal in paradise upon which there is immense goodness that my Lord has bestowed upon me. On the day of judgment, my ummah will come to it. Its vessels are as numerous as the stars in the sky, and if others are removed from it, then I will say, O my Lord, these too are my ummah. Then it will be said, you have no idea of the praises these people have taken after you." Moreover, dear Nazarene, there is a hadith stating that 2 streams descend from the sky upon it. In another narration from Nasai's hadith, it is mentioned that this event took place in the mosque. Because of this, scholars often explain that this is a Madani surah. Jurists have deduced from this hadith that Bismillah was revealed with every surah, and that every surah contains one unique, distinct verse. Another hadith recorded in the Musnad states that the noble Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, after reciting this verse said, "I have been endowed with Al-Kawthar, a canal which is not excavated. On both its sides are tents of pearls, its soil is of pure musk, and even its pebbles are genuine pearls." The 3 components of the Wazifa next. Note that the practice comprises 3 parts. Surah Al-Kawthar, as just explained. Names of Allah. The second component involves the recitation of 2 specific names of Allah, a special supplication, or dua. The third component is the special dua, which I will explain to you. This supplication is to be recited only 3 times. If by reciting it 3 times, your destiny and fortune are transformed, then imagine how fortunate you will be. Importantly, these 3 benefits will not be limited to just the person performing the practice. They will be granted to every member of your household. Dear Nazarene, this is an extremely powerful practice, a truly excellent Wazifa, a secret of life that I am now revealing to you. Understand this secret well. The manner, tartib, of performing the practice first. You must understand the proper sequence for this practice. Begin by reciting Durud Pak, salutations on the Prophet, in the prescribed count. Recite Durud Ibrahimi, the 7-fold Durud we recite in prayer, 7 times. Recite this same Durud Pak with the intention of earning reward, along with me, as follows. Dear Nazarene, pay close attention to every single word of this excellent Wazifa and put it into practice exactly as explained by those devoted to Allah. If you perform this practice today, I assure you that you will be making supplications for the rest of your life. Whenever I face any problem in life, I perform this very practice, and then the blessings and mercy of Allah begin to shower upon me. So if you desire to fill your pockets and your home with wealth and riches and to always be prosperous, make this practice a must. You may perform it on any day. It is not necessary to do it on a particular day of the week. However, these 3 days are especially significant. For example, if you begin on the day of a spiritual guide, peer, then perform the Wazifa on that day, as well as on Tuesday and Wednesday. Or if you begin on Jumu'ah, Friday, then perform it on Friday and another chosen weekday. The benefits will be even greater, inshallah. Whatever supplications you make will undoubtedly be accepted by Allah. Moreover, the venerable scholars of the faith affirm that this is a 100% guaranteed practice. Whoever performs it, inshallah, will soon be enriched, for this practice never fails. Its effects and blessings are immediate. Important instructions for the practice. While performing this practice, after reciting Durud Pak, maintain your state of ablution and sit facing the Qibla. Do not engage in any conversation or idle talk during the practice. Remember, if you omit even one crucial detail, the practice will not be complete. Just as a key with even one broken tooth cannot open a lock, do not later claim that you received no benefit from the practice, because every single part is essential. Additional instructions in the water component. After reciting Durud Pak as prescribed, next recite the Ism-i-Azam of Allah, known as Al-Wahhab. This name signifies the bestower, he who bestows without requiring anything in return, giving freely and abundantly. One who gives without being asked is called Wahhab. Allah, in his essence, is Al-Wahhab. He bestows upon his creation in such a manner that he has no equal, and his treasures never run out. So, dear Nazarene, make sure that today you obtain this treasure from his divine court. Whoever calls upon Allah with this attribute will have his gifts bestowed upon them without even having to ask. While it is important to ask, today you must ask for the 3 blessings I mentioned earlier. Ask for all these through this single practice, and inshallah, they will be yours. The great benefits and minor blessings. These are the great benefits, but there are also many minor benefits. If I were to list them all, you would be amazed at how many doors of sustenance open. Whoever recites this Ismi Pak receives Allah's bounty and mercy. In fact, if you recite it according to the method I have explained, inshallah, Allah will open the treasures of his gifts for you. Whatever you ask for will be granted, even that which you might forget to ask. This is the practice through which destinies are set right and fortunes are changed. Through it, sustenance is bestowed upon entire generations. This Ismi Pak is particularly connected with increasing sustenance. Therefore, recite this Ismi Pak 12 times, and then I will instruct you on the next Ismi Pak, known as Ar-Razak, meaning the bestower of sustenance, the power of Ar-Razak. Dear Nazarene, those who recite this Ismi Pak become immensely wealthy. Although you do not need to recite it in large numbers, its efficacy is enormous. When you recite these Ismi Paks together, their strength multiplies. Thus, even if your income is low, this practice itself can become a means of sustenance. It is not necessary for you to be wealthy for it to work. Even if you are destitute, poor, or in dire straits, Allah will bestow his mercy upon you. So if you wish to become wealthy and achieve financial prosperity, try this practice. Believe me, before you even leave your seat, Allah will make you immensely wealthy. For any life problem, this practice is the solution. Yes, regardless of whether you face business obstacles, marital issues, relational difficulties, domestic strife, creditors harassing you, perform this practice and inshallah, your debt problems will be resolved instantly. If you desire to witness unseen assistance, then engage in this practice. As you've heard, it brings divine help in remarkable ways. Dear believer, if you or anyone you know is facing difficulties, this practice can be undertaken for any need. The 3 core objectives of this practice. I have now stated the 3 objectives clearly. 1, to acquire wealth. 2, to gain abundant blessings in business. 3, to obtain healing from illnesses. So embrace this practice. Additionally, keep 1 glass of water with you. Use this water to Give a drink to anyone in your home who is ill or distressed. If you yourself suffer from any ailment, be it stomach issues for relief from all types of pain. If you are suffering from headache, earache, hand pain, any kind of bodily pain, multiple pains at once, then by the bounty and grace of Allah, inshallah, you will be cured. This practice also includes the Wazifa of Surah Al-Kawthar. More on Surah Al-Kawthar and the recitation method. Now let me speak about Surah Al-Kawthar, but first observe the marvels of Ismi Azam Ar-Razak that I mentioned earlier. When you recite it, new avenues for sustenance open up. Means of rizq arise from new places. This unique practice relieves one of all troubles and hardships related to sustenance and, when performed even once, makes a person wealthy. Through this Wazifa, the paths to honor and respect are unlocked. So those of you who wish to seek new avenues of sustenance, who are in pursuit of wealth, and who desire every kind of success and victory, perform this practice and witness the bounty of Allah. Dear Nazarene, you will then be in a state of continuous supplication throughout your life. Special supplication for you. Allow me to mention one more thing. We have a special supplication for all who wish to be included in it. Anyone who wants their name to be included in this supplication should simply write their name once in the comment box. Inshallah, you will be remembered in our special supplications, because through supplications, destinies are set right. Childless couples, troubled individuals, those facing hardships, the rich and the poor, men, women, children, and the elderly, all can perform this practice. However, women in a state of impurity should not perform this practice. Since this Wazifa is not confined to any particular day or time, it can be done on any day, at any time. Just remember, whenever you perform this practice, you will receive these three major benefits. The second component, Ism Azam Ar-Razak. For the second component, Ism Azam Ar-Razak, recite it by counting on your fingers or on the beads of a tasbih, whichever is most convenient for you. For someone with a low income, who is always afflicted by poverty, it is preferable to recite this practice. After the Isha prayer, or after the Fajr prayer, that is, recited after Fajr or Isha, dear Nazarene, you must recite this Ismi Azam Ar-Razak exactly 23 times. After that, recite Surah Al-Kawthar, the shortest surah of the Holy Quran, as follows. Then once again, start with Bismillah and continue as instructed. Insha'Allah, perform this Wazifa and behold with your own eyes the blessings of your Lord. May Allah the Pure grant that He removes all the troubles of everyone who sees and hears and fulfills all their legitimate needs.